I am Dr. Bolbot Asian, MSc B.Ed PhD, Department of Botany. I am working in Rayat Shikshan Sanstha since 1988. Today we are studying about the morphology of vegetative parts. This chapter is from class MSc First Botany. Paper first and chapter number 4. In this chapter we study about the morphology of different parts of the vegetative body of the plants. This morphology of vegetative parts, morphology means form of the plant body known as a morphology, and vegetative parts, those parts of plant body which do not produce reproductive organs known as vegetative parts. These vegetative parts includes habit of the plant body, and later on root, stem and the leaves. Habit means it is also form of the plant body. नाही, त्याचे 3 टाइप आहेत. Habit of the plant body, there are different types of habits. Depending upon height of the plant body, there are 5 or 6 types of habits which observed in the plant body. The first one is the herbs, the plants growing up to 1 to 3 feet known as the herbs. Second one is the plants growing from 3 feet to 15 feet known as the shrubs, while plant height more than 15 feet known as the trees. Along with this, there are some other types of habits, such as some plants shows twining habit. In this case, whole plant body twines around the support known as a twining or twiners. Another one is the some plant body they develop wiry structures or thread-like structures, and with the help of these wiry or thread-like structures they grow on the support known as the climbers. Another one is some are the epiphytic habit. These plants they grow on the support or on the trunks or branches of the plant body. They take only supports from the host body, while they produce root system. Through root system they absorb water or moisture from the air. They consist of chlorophyll pigments, and with the help of chlorophyll pigments, these leaves they take part in photosynthesis. Such type of habit is known as a epiphytic. Example is the orchids. We see about the habit of the plant body. Now morphology of the root. Morphology of root means form of the root known as a morphology of root. The first we see definition of the root. This root is defined as it is a ascending part of the plant body. It always grows towards the soil, or it grows inside the soil. It also grows towards the gravitational force. It is also called as positively geotropic and negatively phototropic. When we see the regions of root, This root shows mainly 4 parts or 4 regions. The first one is the root cap, second one is the region of cell division, third one is the region of cell elongation, fourth one is the region of cell maturation. The region of first one is the root cap. If we see the parts of root, it shows mainly 4 parts. The part or region which is present at the growing region of the root or tip of the root, it is called as a root cap. It is very small part and very short part present at the growing region of the root or tip of the root. It gives protection to the growing region of root when this root grows inside the soil. Second one is the second region of root. It is known as a region of the cell division. Just behind root cap, there is a second region known as a region of the cell division. In this region, mainly mitotic cell division or mitosis takes place in the somatic cell. Due to cell division, number of daughter cells are formed in this region. It increases number of cell or cell number. This is very important part in the root region. Third region known as a region of cell elongation. In this region, just behind region of cell division, there is a region of cell elongation. This part is larger part in the root. The main function of this region of cell elongation is due to increase in size of cells. This region shows the cell elongation and the root elongation. So this region is very important part of the root. The next part and last one is the region of cell maturation. In this region, all cells, they becomes mature. After maturation, their cell separation as well as cell separation and some formation of complex tissue takes place. Along with this, their small hairs on the epidermal region of this region, they start to initiate. Means number of root hairs appears in the region of cell maturation. This part or this region, it helps for the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. In this way, root shows different regions or different parts. Now we see next part of this root, that is the types of root system. On the basis of origin of the root, roots are classified into mainly 2 types. First one is the taproot system and second one is the adventitious root system. Taproot system is nothing but this one is the taproot and example is the datura. There are some another examples. All plants from the dicot class, they show taproot system. Taproot system is nothing but when root initiate from the radicle of the growing embryo in the seed, known as a taproot. While second one is the adventitious root system, when roots initiate initiate from the any part of the plant body other than radicle. It is called as a adventitious root system or the fibrous root system. Example is, this one is the maize root system, adventitious root system, and all monocot plants, they shows adventitious root system. Now in the adventitious root system, again there are two types. First one is the fibrous root system. Fibrous root system. In fibrous root system, from the growing embryo, their number of roots initiated other than the radical part. Number of roots are developed. They are called as a adventitious root system. Adventitious root system, and their growth is only upper surface of the soil. Upper surface of soil, and this root system is not deep root system. So all these roots are like fibers, so called as a fibrous root system or fibrous root. Example is the maize. Another one is the fibrous root. It is seen in the family Gramineae. Family Gramineae, all members from family Gramineae shows the fibrous root system. Second one is the foliar root. Foliar root. In foliar root, when we take leaf of the coleus, when we take this is not coleus, but when we take leaf of coleus, its petiole, when we dip in the soil medium or moist soil medium, at that time from the basal region of the petiole, it bears number of adventitious roots. These root system or these roots are called as a foliar root. These root system or these roots are called as a foliar root. Example is the coleus. Example is the coleus. This is about the types of root system. Now major part of this morphology of root is modifications of root. Up till now we study about the morphology of root, types of root, normal root system, that is the normal tap root and normal adventitious root. But for the different functions or for the different environmental conditions, there are some modifications in the root system. Near about 5 or 6 types of modifications are found in the normal root system. They may be tap root or they may be the adventitious root. Now first one is the epiphytic root. Epiphytic root. Example is the orchids or the vanda. Orchids or vanda. In a epiphytic root, epiphytes are nothing but it is a group of plant where these plants, they do not grow on the soil surface. These plants, they grow on the trunks or branches or rocks only for the support. They bears two types of roots. One is the clinging root and second one is the hanging roots. While leaf system of these orchids or the vanda, they consist of chlorophyll pigments. In this epiphytic root, these epiphytic roots, they grow on the surface of the bark of the tree trunk. These roots they grows along with the surface of bark or rind bark of the trunks or branches of the larger trees, and from this moist place or moist region of the trunk they absorb moisture or the water with the help of special types of tissue or special types of cells known as the velamen cells. These velamen cells they absorb moisture or water from the bark of the tree or from the air and supply to the plant body. While another type of the hanging roots they attaches to the trunk or branches of the plant body and gives only support to the plants. Later on, as these leaves of epiphytic plants consist of chlorophyll pigments, they take water from the epiphytic root and with the help of this moisture or water they take part in photosynthesis and prepare their own food material, or they prepare the carbohydrates. Such type of root known as the epiphytic root, example is the orchids and the or the vanda. Second one is the respiratory roots, example is the rhizophora or the avicennia. These respiratory roots also called as the pneumatophores. These pneumatophores in the pneumatophores, number of plants which grow near the tidal area of the sea, known as the mangroves, and these mangroves they are also called as a example of plant species of that mangrove is the rhizophora or the avicennia. These plants they grow along with the tidal area, खाडीच्या कडेने किंवा समुद्राच्या कडेने हे रायझोस्पोरा किंवा हे मँग्रोव वाढतात. These plants always grow in saline soil. This saline soil due to the saline soil is formed only due to the accumulation of salts, due to accumulation of salts or of the saline water, and due to accumulation of salts there is no air, there is no oxygen in the soil, but each and every root they need oxygen for their respiration. Due to deficiency of oxygen, due to deficiency of oxygen in the soil, these roots they becomes the positively phototropic. Generally roots grows towards the soil or towards the gravity, they are positively geotropic, but in this case, in this respiratory or pneumatophores, these roots grows in the air, so they are modified and they becomes positively phototropic. These roots they develop small pores, small holes or small openings known as the lenticels. Inside these lenticels there are somewhat larger cells known as the velamen cells, and they, due to presence of velamen cells, Through these filament cells, they absorb or they take air, they take oxygen and used for the respiration. Such roots are called as a nematophores, and these roots they modified only for the respiration, so called as a respiratory roots. Example is the roots of mangrove or the rhizophora or the Avicennia. Third modified root is the parasitic root. Parasitic root, this type parasitic root, example is the Cuscuta. Parasitic root, example is the Cuscuta. This Cuscuta is a plant, but this Cuscuta or Amarvel आपण म्हणतो त्याला, Cuscuta lacks chlorophyll pigments. This Cuscuta, it grows on the living plant body or the host body. This Cuscuta grows on the herbaceous plants, shrub plants or tree plants. It twines around the branches. It twines around the branches of the host body. There is no chlorophyll pigment in the host this plant body, as well as there is no any type of root system. They also lacks leaf system, or if there are leaves, they are reduced. When they grow on the support, when they grow on the host body, the point where they touch, when parasitic body or plant body touch to the host body, at that region this Cuscuta plant, it produce small roots, actually not true roots, but they grows small outgrowths. This outgrowth, it penetrates inside the host body through epidermis and the epidermis, hypodermis, and then the parenchyma cells. Later on, this outgrowth, it enter inside the host cell, that is the parenchyma cells, and through this cell, it directly absorb, synthesize the food material or stored food material from the host body. Such organ, newly developed organ by the parasite, known as the Haustoria, and it is a modified root. So this modified root, it is called as a parasitic root. Example is the Cuscuta, Amarvel. Next one is the storage root. Name indicate that there are many types of root. They are modified only for the storage of the food material. On the basis of shape of the root, there are three types of storage roots. The first one is the conical root. Example is the carrot. When we see shape of this carrot, it is very simple one. Initially carrot root is a taproot. Initially, carrot root is a tap root. Later on, in the leaves of this carrot, photosynthesis takes place, carbohydrates or food material takes place, and that carbohydrates or food material, it is translocated from leaf. That means it is transferred from source to the sink. There is no any type of well developed stem for storage of food material, so synthesized food is stored in the root. Due to storage of for the storage of food material in the root, there anomalous secondary growth takes place, and due to anomalous secondary growth, number of cells are formed, and in these cells synthesized food material in the leaf stored in the root. The shape of this root is somewhat conical, so called as a conical root. Main function of this conical root is storage of food material. Example is the carrot. Next type root, that is the fusiform root. Example is the radish or mula. The function of conical root and fusiform root is same. Only difference is that the shape of this fusiform root is different as that of the carrot root. In carrot root, shape of root is a conical, while in the fusiform root, at the middle region there is a swelling. At the middle region there is a swelling of the root on all sides, while towards the apex or towards the tip and towards the base, root shows the tapering or it shows the lanceolate shape. दोन्ही बाजूने ते निमुळत होत जातं आणि मधल्या बाजूला थोडंसं जास्त नाही, थोडंसं फुगलेलं असतं. सो this type of root is called as a fusiform root, and this root is also modified only for the storage of food material. Third one is the napiform root. Example is the beet root. This one is the beet root. In this type of root, there is no well developed stem system, only leaves. They take part in photosynthesis, synthesize carbohydrates or food material, and this source of food material is translocated from leaf through the petiole region, and they are transferred in a root system. In the root system, their abnormal secondary growth or anomalous secondary growth takes place. Number of cells are formed, and such cells, in these cells food material is stored. The shape of this beet, towards the leaf region it is swollen, while towards the tip it is very narrow. Due to on the basis of shape, this storage root is called as a napiform root. Example is the beta saccharin or beet root. बीटा साखर तयार करतात त्याच्या रूट पासून. नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ मॉडिफिकेशन्स, स्टिल्ट रूट. Example Zea maize or the maize. Stilt root, it is a adventitious type root. Generally it is found in the members of the family Gramineae. Example is the maize, grass, sugarcane, jawar, bajra, and so on. In this case, when we see the root, in this maize, root system is the fibrous root system, or the adventitious root system. This root system is not strong root system. Sometimes due to such root system their lodging takes place due to the small wind current or any other environmental factors. So to give additional support to plant body from the lower nodal region, this one is the first nodal region, second node, third node, fourth node, from the basal 1 node, 2 node, 3 node or somewhat many nodes. Some roots, additional roots, they are developed, they grow obliquely or slanting in position, and they grows up to the soil. In this way all these newly formed roots, they grow up to the soil and they give additional support to the plant body. Such roots are called as a stilt root. Example is the maize. मक्यामध्ये, ज्वारीमध्ये, बाजरीमध्ये, ऊसामध्ये अशा प्रकारचे हे ॲडव्हान्टिशियस रूट किंवा सपोर्टिंग रूट डेव्हलप होत राहतात. नेक्स्ट वन इज द सपोर्टिंग रूट. Example is the banyan, Ficus bengalensis. Ficus bengalensis word in the banyan tree. Banyan tree is a larger tree. After some years this tree becomes larger one. Branches also become larger one. So main stem it do not give support to the total branches or total canopy of the tree. At that time apical region or middle region of this banyan branch, it develops additional branches, additional growth, and this additional growth reach up to the soil and gives additional support. Such roots are known as the supporting roots. त्याला आपण पारंब्या म्हणतो. वडाच्या पारंब्या नवीन तयार होतात, जमिनीपर्यंत येतात आणि ॲडिशनल सपोर्ट देतात. दिस वन इज द सपोर्टिंग रूट. छोटासा पार्ट आहे हा. तर दीज आर द सपोर्टिंग रूट्स. टेक्स इट मेनी प्लांट्स फ्रॉम द फॅमिली मोरॅसी. देअर सपोर्टिंग रूट्स आर डेव्हलप्ड, पर्टिक्युलरली बनॅन ट्री. पिंपळामध्ये जनरली फॉर्म होत नाही. पिंपरी जे आहे आणि वड जे आहे त्याच्यामध्ये हे सपोर्टिंग रूट्स तयार होतात. दिस इज अबाउट द मॉडिफिकेशन्स ऑफ रूट्स. लास्ट पॉइंट इज द फंक्शन्स ऑफ रूट. एक मिनिट आहे. हां, फंक्शन्स ऑफ रूट. फर्स्ट फंक्शन ऑफ रूट, it gives support to the plant body. Second one is it acts as a anchorage region to the plant body. Third function is it absorbs water and minerals as well as salts from the soil or rhizosphere soil and supply to the plant body. Next function is the due to the modification due to modifications it take part in a absorption of moisture from the air known as epiphytic roots. Respiratory roots, they take oxygen through the lenticels and supplies to the plant body for the respiration. Next one is the parasitic roots. Example Cuscuta. Hostoria of Cuscuta, it absorbs prepared food material from the living cells and supply to the plant body. Next one is the storage roots. They stores food material of the plant body. Stilt roots, they give additional support to the plant body. And last one is the supporting roots. They give additional support to the plant body. Thank you.